So what's up, y'all? It's Quan, and this is my budget Radical Firearms AR15 build. Right, total as far as just all the accessories and everything that I've put on it, maybe $200. If you're a little less than $200, if you're not counting the magazine, like if you're not counting like the magazines and the mag coupler. This is a real cheap mag coupler I got off of Military Overstock. It's not the Magpul mag coupler. That's why it looks like that. That's why it has these two nuts right here sticking out the side of it, because it's a little on the cheaper end. It ain't Magpul, so it still does the same thing. It still functions and works correctly, so I don't care. But this is the setup. This is the setup. OEM trigger steel. I do want to replace that with the super safety eventually. But as far as the flip up sights, because this thing did not come with sights. I show the picture whenever I first got it. It didn't have any of this stuff. It literally only had one 20 round mag, no sights. Hold on, let me get it to where y'all can see me. It had no sights on it. It didn't have this pistol brace. It didn't have this sling. It didn't have none of this. It was just literally bone stock. But as y'all can see, the flip up sights are Ozark Armament. I haven't had any problems out of these. Straight out the box, they are pretty accurate. And this is my AT3 Tactical Red Dot. This thing is decent. I ain't gonna say it's the best red dot, but it is accurate. The only problem I do have with it is follow-up shots. That's the only thing I have or can say negative about this AT3 Tactical Red Dot is I do have problems getting follow-up shots. Maybe it's me, maybe it's the dot, I don't know, but this thing in total, $100. And I like it. I like the color. I didn't want to go with an all black setup. That's why I got the tan furniture. The tan optic. This is an angle foregrip by Magpul. I bought online. I could have got a cheaper one from Academy, but once again, it was black. I want my gun to have a little bit of color, bro. I didn't want it to be straight just jet black. The whole thing looked like just boring. So that's why I went with the FD AFG Magpul foregrip. I did have the BCM vertical foregrip, but as y'all know, it's so many different ATF rules and regulations and crap. And this is an 8.5 inch ARP, which is legal in Tennessee and Mississippi, but it's illegal in other states. And it's kind of like one of them things where it's like, oh, well, the BCM M-Lock foregrip, it is at a slight 85-degree angle, which therefore is not a vertical. Like, it's just so many rules and calculations when it comes to the vertical foregrip being on a ARP. So I just took it off for my safety, and so I don't get locked up. I took that mug off. I still have it. Man, I just slapped this one on here. I do like this one. I ain't gonna lie. I did like the BCM. It had a good grip on it. It was comfortable. But I also like the angled one. The angled one, it isn't bad. I like it too, but I don't know which one I like more. That to me is kind of a toss-up, because the BCM foregrip, it's a real good foregrip, bro. But yeah, that's that. And let's get into some of the good stuff. Two 30-round Magpul mags, mag coupled. See, a lot of you dudes, y'all want to walk around with them big old drums and stuff. And yeah, it look cool, but guess what? Your gun ain't gonna run reliably. Some people have drums, they run reliably. Me, once again, if I have a gun, I would much rather it be on the reliability side than my personal preference. My opinion, drums are unreliable. Extended mags, unreliable. Yeah, they're fun to go to the range with, that sort of stuff, but you just can't be having reliability. Like, That's like comparing an ETS mag or a Pro mag that holds 32 rounds compared to the OEM Glock mag that holds 10. I'm picking the 10. I don't even care if I'm going to the range, bro. I'm picking the 10 round magazine for everything. EDC, all that. You dudes be walking around with these big old mags that look cool and stuff, but your gun don't even run reliably all the time. But yeah, I'm running the 2 Magpul Gen 3 P mags coupled together. It does make this gun a lot heavier, but it is what it is. It don't bother me. And these are, what is in here? What? Oh yeah, I forgot. These are Barnes and what was it called? AAC Corp 120 ground. I said 20 ground. 120 grain bullets. That's the only thing I can tell you, bro. These are, yeah, AAC core, and they are, I think 115 or 120, but the Barnes are definitely 120 because I just bought these, which is on this side. These are the Barnes right here, and they're 120 grain, but both of them real good rounds. I looked at the reviews on both of them. Probably both of them being the cheapest rounds that you can get for 300 blackout, but they still, you know, they do what they supposed to do. You can look them up, bro. They the cheapest ones, but they do what they supposed to do. They good rounds, especially Barnes. And if you know about Barnes, all the ammo's good. But, and oh yeah, I put this 1-point contact sling on here. Let me turn this around. Yeah, this 1-point sling, that's on there as well. Other than that, I haven't changed anything about this gun. I did have to have the trigger dribbled down by where the hammer, it's somewhere by the hammer. It had to be dribbled down because whenever I would put the next magazine in, right? Like let's say I just shot this magazine, right? I ain't even have to just dump it or nothing like that. Let's just say I shot it. All right. And I swap out the other mag, put it in right, and obviously you're gonna, hold up, you're gonna press your bolt right there. You're gonna slap it, you're gonna give it a good slap so that next round go in and you can keep on shooting, right? My gun would get a dead trigger each second mag I'd put in, and you would have to wait to hear a click somewhere in here where the hammer's at. Somewhere in here. It would get like stuck or mushed or something, but you have to wait to hear it pop, then hit shoot again. You wait about 5 seconds, hear it pop, then hit shoot again. And oh yeah, I also have an H2 buffer up in here. I forgot. That's the only internal that I've really changed. It has an H2 buffer. And I am thinking about getting a super safety, but other than that, I love this gun. This is my 300 blackout. It is a trunk gun. I do, I keep this up in the trunk, man, in case, something go down. And oh yeah, one other thing I love about this gun, about this brace, which, I don't know. I'm not really an AR guy. I do love my AR, and I am starting to get into them a little bit more. Let me see if I can find a good way to turn this. But pretty much my brace is adjustable. Like, I can extend it, get y'all a good point of view. Then, I can shorten it back down. Let me shorten it. That's like the second notch. And this one being the first notch. And that sucker looks cold. So, either I can just, which it is empty. It's empty. I can really just get on that mug with that, with that one notch. With that one notch being like that close. But would I recommend a Radical Firearms AR15? I would if you're just getting into firearms. Well, I'm not even gonna say firearms, but ARs. This was my first one. Originally, I went into the gun store looking for AR-12 gauge. I didn't see any. I seen this for like $419, $430. Bought this, and then when I looked at them ammo prices, my boy, it made me not want to get it in a way. Because if you know, 300 blackout ammo is the cheapest you're going to find. It is $1 a round. It doesn't matter where you look. And at the gun store I was at, which that's the gun store I usually buy all my guns from, whenever I went up in there, my boy, they had steel case 300 blackout ammo for $25 a box, 20 rounds. And if you know anything about ammo, steel case is supposed to be cheaper. Which, yes, the gun store that I was at, they do tax a lot on ammo, but their guns are pretty much, they're not really taxing that much on their guns per se, but their ammo, they're charging like an extra $5 or $10 a box. Like if you get full metal jackets, you're spending $20 for 50, which is ridiculous. But yeah, would I recommend this? Yeah, it doesn't matter if you get it in 223, 300 blackout, 5.56. I would recommend this. It's fun to shoot, and I am learning a lot more about AR-15s as far as cleaning, because I don't know anything about, gunsmithing. I'm not one of them people. If my gun gets a problem, if it's something that don't require replacing a simple part with like just punching something out and putting it back in or something like that, I'm not replacing it. I'm taking it to the gunsmith at the gun store, bro, because I'm not that competent when it comes to guns. And I don't want to I'm good at taking something apart, but putting it back together, I struggle at. But yeah, I would recommend this. And another thing I was thinking about doing is taking this flash hider off, and I don't know. I want to get a cookie cutter. I seen those, but I don't know if I really want one. Like, would I really want a cookie cutter on this gun? I mean, the flash hider is cool, but I seen the videos on the cookie cutter, bro, and it does reduce a lot of recoil. But I also want a suppressor. If I want to be tactile and quiet, I can do that. But another thing I'm most likely not going to do to this gun that I really did want to do is add a flashlight. Because as you can see, there's really no room for a flashlight. I would probably have to take the optic off and get some type of mount that offsets and then do it. Because if I put the flashlight right here, right, I'm not going to have any room, even if it is an offset mount. I really won't have any room to even put my hand around, like, the upper part. But, yeah, I do recommend this. I love this gun. I love shooting it. I would shoot it all day if I had the ammo. If I had the ammo, I swear I'd shoot this gun all day. But yeah, I do recommend this. I love this gun. It's my first AR-15. And if I do get another AR, it's not going to be an AR-15. It's going to be an AK. I would like to have me a Draco or any sort of AK. But yeah, y'all, that's my video, and I'm out. I'm going to catch y'all in the next one. Peace.